Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this afternoon. Finally, it's back. Football's back. Martin O'Neill is back. Benji Negrin is back. And this is Benji. And the first question that he was asked was absolutely unbelievable. Well, it wasn't the first question, but I'm going to let you. This has to be question of the day from the Scottish mainstream media.
What's the reaction been like in Sweden? I'm sure you've got lots of friends and family over there who you've been in touch with in the last few days.
I'll just leave that at that. And let's get on to the rest of the video because that is the level of the questioning within the Scottish media. I take it you've got lots of friends and family back in Sweden. Yes, in other news, Callum McGregor is getting lots of grey hair. Yes, Celtic captain. It's getting to him, isn't it? It's yeah. Seems to be getting greyer as the season is going on. It's having a big effect on Callum as this season, and I hope that it's a bit back to black or something. And then there's Kieran Tierney's at your neck. Callum, you're gone grey. Cow, your hair. What's going on with it? It's one of those situations. Big Tam the Chick in training also at Celtic this week. Martin O'Neill has confirmed, should I say, that everyone was back at training on Monday. And it's been a good week because they've all had a good week training and they're all feeling very positive. It's got to be said, they've all felt positive pretty much most of this season. And it's not worked out too well for us. You'll see some of the players in training. Obviously, the man that you heard being interviewed at the start, the sexy Swede. He's not really a sexy Swede, is he? But he is the highest goal scorer at Celtic, and he got in with a couple of assists when he was in away with his national country. Arne Engels back in training, and if you look in the background there is also Austin Trusty with Rio Hatate wondering what's going on. Rio always has that look, doesn't he? It's a combination of bemused or just his head's in somewhere else. And there's Fozzie, that's all I'm going to say. And Sean Maloney, grey beard as well. Nothing wrong with a grey beard, Sean, but you're young. And Fozzie's carrying a wee bit of beef, but I wouldn't say that to him in public or in person. And Calmac, again, trying to pass on his wisdom to Luke McCowan. Luke, yes, this is what happens when you stay at Celtic. Luke, this is what happens to your hair. This is how the conversation's going. Everybody's a bit bemused by Karl Marx's sudden greyness, and even Luke's going, man, I can't even look at you. You're gone grey. You're gone grey. And there's another one. Why is Karl Marx in so many of the pictures? Jesus. Wait till he's watching Celtic like you, her eyebrows, he'll be bald. Mate, you're better shaving your head. It's far more therapeutical shaving, getting the Gillette and all over the head and getting that blade right across your head. Nothing better, no better feeling in the world. And the worst of it is, I've got a friend who's a head tattooist who keeps trying to say to me, do you want your head tattooed? No, I don't want my head tattooed to make it look like I've got stubble. I shave the bloody stuff off. Anyway, we move on. Kelechi Iheanacho. Nobody asked the question during the interview with Martin O'Neill. No one asked the question, who's playing up front, Martin? Is it Kelechi? Is it Dyson? Is it Callum Osmond? Not one question asked. And there's some of the other lads in training. It's been a hard week for Scalesy. Didn't even get on in the international game, but the other lads would have lifted his spirit. And you know what they're all saying? Who just pulled the Karl Marx going grey look? Who just pulled the joke? Has anybody told Callum? Do you think he notices? Somebody has to tell him. Carl, Skillsy, you go and tell him. Skillsy's like, fuck. And the rest of them are like, fuck it, someone needs to tell Carmack. He's gone grey. He looks older than Martin O'Neill. And young Colby Donovan at this point is absolutely just creasing himself. He's like, no danger am I telling. I'm not telling the captain he's gone grey. No way, man. Skillsy, you do it. You do it, Skillsy. You're big enough and ugly enough to take the one on the chin. And then in walks Yang. And they're all like, Yang's like, fuck he's laughing at. Laughing at me. No idea. And then there's Martin O'Neill, because Martin O'Neill's in on the joke. Martin O'Neill doesn't give a shit. He's old. He's 70 odds. He went grey a long time ago. He's maybe losing a bit more of his hair since, in fact, he is going a little bit grey since he's been back, hasn't he? But even he's looking at Callum and he's like, Callum, you're looking older than me. But anyway, he said, right, let's enough of this nonsense, lads. Let's get into the training session. And we got into the training session. Tenecti. Oh, Sebastian Tenecti, how good will he be going into the final games of this season? We really need him to be on fire. And then the big one, obviously, is Austin Trusty. Even though everybody said he's injured and all the rest of it, he's leading the front in this picture, which is fantastic. And Dyson Maeda, who captained his country, who did captain his country coming out against Scotland at Hampden. We need Dyson to stay on that winning streak at Hampden. I'm just saying. Couple of weeks' time, game at Hampden. Same result would do. 1-0. Not convincing. Late on, it doesn't matter as long as we win. Isn't it? And there's big, yes, Tam the Czech. He says, I'll kick anybody in the pus. You want a boot in the pus, mate? An old Fife saying. And there's Fozzie's going, mate, I've no chance of getting my leg up there. Not a chance. Fozzie's like, aye, whatever, mate. What use is your foot up there? Laugh all you want. But anyway, and there's our man, our £9 million man. What big difference will he make? Will he play this weekend? Well, Martin O'Neill says, I'm not too sure. We'll just see how it goes. And there's Carmack laughing at everybody going, ha ha, you bunch of absolute animals taking the piss out of my grey hair. Like that. And Luke McCown's behind him going, fuck it, I told you, mate. Told you, they were all taking the piss out of you. They're all taking the pure and utter mince. And this is the moment. This is the moment that Carmack got told about the grey hair stuff. Anyway, that's enough about that stuff, because let's get to what Martin O'Neill said in the press conference this afternoon. Well, we'll keep it with the man of the moment that didn't get asked so much. He was asked about his friends and family back home. But Benji Negrin said, yeah, it's been mental. We all went mental after it. It's been unbelievable. We're going to the World Cup. That's it. Who cares? We move on. And yeah, let's just go to Martin O'Neill. It would be much easier. Martin O'Neill talking to the press this afternoon and went on for, what was it, 6 minutes? 6 minutes, 42 seconds. Nobody had a grasp that it was only going to last that long, did we? I mean, we all went with 8 minutes or something. We all thought, yeah, maybe 8 minutes, be a quick one. But Martin O'Neill went, don't tell them. We'll get it under 7 minutes. We'll try and beat a record. And Martin O'Neill just not giving a hoot when it comes to press conferences. But then again, you've got to say the questioning was yeah. Asked about Julian Araujo, and he said he will be back at Celtic before the end of the season. He's down at Bournemouth recuperating, and he says each day is a good day for him. He says the truth is he's trained, and he says most of the guys that have trained up here has had a good week. He doesn't know the extent of Julian's injury, he says, but yes, he will definitely be back here. Obviously, our physios have been keeping in touch with Bournemouth's physios, but we expect him back, hopefully not too far in the distant future. How much are you looking forward to it? He was then asked, and he said, well, yeah, it's we've just got to get back to it, really, don't we? Asked about playing last thing this weekend, and he said, "Yeah, ideally you would want to get your game in first, so you get the result on the table, and it maybe puts pressure. But you never know if results were to go our way, it can put a bit of pressure on us to get the job done. But then again, you know what you've got to do. If you get the right result, talking about if you're playing first, if you get the right result, it's all fine. You just sit back and you watch everybody fight it out after you. But you would think, hopefully, it turns around a bit between now and the end of the season, and we get to play first to try and put a bit of pressure. It seems to be quite a thing that's happened quite a lot. You've had a couple of weeks now to stew over the performance and the last result. And so what? We're over it. I went on holiday. Fuck, Calmac was staying 400 yards down the road. I didn't even notice. He turned around and buggered off. Would you do that if you're on holiday? If you're in Mallorca, just got to tell them. If you're in Mallorca on holiday and you're walking down the street, fuck, and you see your boss, do you turn around and go, come on, turn around to the missus and kids, come on, what is it? Move it this way. What? It's the gaffer. Or do you go down and you go, hey, imagine meeting you here. Can't get rid of you. Everybody does what Calmac does, doesn't it? You go, oh, for fuck's, what's he doing here? Seriously? I wanted a few days away from him. Come on, this way. Wait at the bar. Wait at the bar and get pissed. That's it. Holidays ruined. Fucking old geezers here. But anyway, Martin O'Neill says that the Dundee United game, it wasn't the best game. We know that, Martin. You know, he then goes on about the game. He tries to go on about the game this weekend. Goes on about Sunday. He says it's going to be a real test for the players. And the media turn around and goes, oh, it's going to be a bit of windy. It's going to be a bit gale type weather. It could be a bit rough. You just don't like playing in bad weather kind of stuff. Charlestown, never go to Benidorm. Trust me, I would never go to. I used to stay just down the road from it, and it's yeah, Charlestown 981. You got it absolutely correct. Thank you for all the happy Easter messages. But let's get back to Martin O'Neill, because he says you look forward to these kind of games. Can we have any leeway between now and the end of the season? And it was a case of not really. If we drop anything now, Martin O'Neill basically admitted that if Celtic were to lose any points at this stage, or going forward, we drop anything between now and the end of the season, and you can pretty much say that it's curtains. It's going to be very, very difficult for Celtic to cross the line as potential champions. But on the other side of Scotland, just half an hour along the road, the manager, who is in number one position today, said that Celtic are a good side. They've got good players, and they've been over the course. They've also got a fantastic manager. It's obvious it's a blow for them to lose at Tannadice, but there's still a lot of football to be played. And that anybody thinking that Celtic are out of the ruling at this stage, at this point, at this weekend, would be foolish. Hearts have potentially just 7 games of pulling off one of the most remarkable things in 40 seasons. It's 40 seasons. Mate, I don't even know how you could have went in that bar. I walked past. It wasn't even that one. Never seen that one, but I would definitely not go in it. Anyway, 40 years since someone else has won the SPFL trophy. It is still Hearts to throw away. Martin O'Neill would tell you that it is Hearts to throw away. Was watching a good film on BBC Two this morning at 10:30. The King of Kingsbas. There you go, Jim. What was I doing at 10:30 this morning? He was out, I think. Mark celebrates 9 months of membership. It's ain't over. We need a miracle, but we can do it. Yes, we need to do it. Thank you for being a member for 9 months, mate. I really, really do appreciate that. And we need to win. We need to win every single game. It's as simple as that. You know, there is no getting away from the fact that there is no room for any negotiation now. It is must win every single game. Can we do it? Can we get over the line? Well, let's hope so. Paddy Burns says Happy Easter. Charles is desperate for me to put his comments on the screen just to annoy the living daylights out of a certain demographics in Scotland. But yeah, it's just a quick one to talk about Martin O'Neill and talk about the. We will be back live tomorrow morning. It is Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon, I think we'll do the usual when it comes to full-time reactions, because the full-time results should all come in at the same time. But you know what Scotland is like, and there will be games that will be run later than some other ones. The big game for me tomorrow. It's going to be the Motherwell Falkirk game, actually. I think that would be a good game. Although the top 6 is now set in stone. Thank you to Wee Mitch for the super chat. Hail, hail, Baz. Happy Easter to you and the family and the rest of the chat. Thank you for that, mate. Much appreciated also. When you look at all the games tomorrow, you've got all 3 o'clock kickoffs. Hibernian, Kilmarnock, Motherwell, Falkirk, Rangers, Dundee United, St Mirren and Aberdeen. So we will be doing a live roughly about 15 minutes before the end of these games tomorrow. Cracking to be back. It's good to have some time off as well. It's been nice and relaxing actually, and not having to concentrate on this every single minute of the day. So just a quick one for a Friday. Don't usually do one on a Friday, but since Martin O'Neill, it's the first interview with Martin O'Neill, and it was a record-breaking 6 minutes 42. Sorry, how could you get 72 or even 62 minutes? That would be like going into extra time, and then you would say it was VAR time, and then people would say, see what I mean, Celtic just call their own time. Can Celtic call their own time between now and the end of the season? Let's bloody hope so. Martin O'Neill's full press conference is on Celtic FC YouTube channel and other social medias and all the rest of it. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's 6 minutes that will maybe change your life forever. No, it won't, because the question was absolutely woeful. Anyway, on that note, I was undercover. It's undercover. That's one thing, I wouldn't get away with it. No, I just couldn't. I remember walking down one of the streets, and there's one that sits on the corner. It's not called the Ibrox bar. That's I've never seen that in Benidorm, but yeah. Anyway. Finish you off with this one. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, on this holiest of weekends, Easter weekend. It is Easter Friday. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you to everyone who has joined in on this little unscheduled live. But is it a good Friday for Celtic? It's been a good Friday so far. Lots of players back in training. Will it be a good Easter weekend? And can you just imagine the songbook on Sunday? Celtic playing on an Easter Sunday. What could go wrong? On that note, have an absolutely fantastic day. Celtic fans, wherever you are, all around the world. So, Father, why are you so sad on this bright Easter morning?